In the process of getting to know someone within the first week, first couple of months, I like to have that adult conversation of what's your fantasies? What's your kinks? Do you have any, like, are you a nympho? What are your boundaries? What are you into? And if I'm with someone who's like, more expanded in that area, then we're going to have different conversations than I'm going to have with someone who's more like butter and basic.
Yeah.
Reserved.
So. Not basic.
She said it.
I mean,
And meant that.
Lord, give me a man with a big zozo. Give me a man who just is loving on me and doing all the consistent things, and his actions speak louder than words.
Yes.
How many chances are you going to give for somebody to get it right in the back?
I'm not going to lie. No. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Kiki, back with another episode of Girl Talk. Listen, this has been a much needed episode because you guys keep going crazy episode after episode after episode, and we just cannot keep up. So I brought me some new, beautiful ladies here on the set today, and I cannot wait for you guys to meet them. Let's start over here. Who do I have today?
Well, I am Desi. I am a real estate agent and personal trainer there in Miami, Florida.
Oh, wow. Nice to meet you, Desi.
Thanks for having me.
Listen, I'm trying to bulk up.
I got you, girl.
You got me?
I got you.
Okay. I'm trying to get to that 135 before the summer hits. Okay, yes. I got a long way to go. I got a long way to go. Yes, that's bulk for me.
That's bulk.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Who do we have here?
Yes. Hi, guys. My name is Kamora. I'm a professional dancer and actress, and I'm from Miami, 305.
Yes, 305, baby. I should have known you were a dancer with the hair.
Oh, with
the hair
the
gets
lioness?
like very, yes. I hear it back and forth. I love it. I love it. You got to show me some moves.
I will.
I dance here and there, too.
Girl, I got you.
Okay.
Say the word.
For sure. And last but not least, Ajay. Yes, I got it right.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite superstar, Ajay. And remember, if it doesn't feel sexy saying it, you're saying it wrong. Can we just practice this? Ajay.
Ajay.
Didn't that feel sexy?
It did.
I told you. If you're saying it and it doesn't feel sexy, you're not saying it right.
Oh my gosh, what does it mean? Does it mean sexy?
It means Ajay.
Oh,
come on.
I love that. I love that.
I love that too. Actually, that was pretty good. Yeah.
I'm gonna just say Ajay randomly, like throughout the show.
That's what I'm saying. Just like Ajay, like have an Ajay day, period. But I'm from Dade, born and raised in Miami-Dade County.
Yes.
And I'm a everything. I'm a podcaster. I'm a model. I'm a actress. I'm a superstar.
Amen. We love it. We love to hear it. Listen, you guys are in for a treat. As you can see, we have some of this and some of that and some of all that on the set today. Y'all ready to get into this conversation?
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
Yeah, run it.
Okay, guys. Here is the first question of the day. Katrina from New York submitted a question to Girl Talk. She's one of our biggest fans. She said that her man of 3 years has asked for a threesome. She would like to know, does this mean that she's not enough for her man?
Damn, that's touchy.
If he asks for a threesome, does it mean you're not enough? Ladies, before I answer, I would like your feedback.
Wait, now what? He asked her for a threesome, and she say she feels like this means that she's
not enough for him sexually.
It doesn't necessarily mean that she's not enough. It just means he wants to have a threesome.
Okay,
that's it. Sometimes we think too deep into it. It could mean that she's not enough, but she has to make a decision as to whether or not she's going to give it to him,
right?
Or what that means for her. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
My advice: she didn't ask me. Don't have the threesome.
Don't have it.
Don't have the threesome.
Okay, we'll get into your personal business later. The next go round.
It's not going to work out.
It's not going to work?
Not going to work.
It's not going to work. Okay, ladies, how do you guys feel? Does it mean that she's not enough?
I feel like if he's asking, it's because he feels like she might be down for it. I feel like if I'm with, my lady, if I'm the guy, and I feel like she's not up for no threesomes, I will never ask her. But the fact that he's asking, he might have a little window opening, I think. But that doesn't mean that she's not enough. I mean, he wants to explore. I think you're young, you're wild, do things.
Yeah, she's thinking too deep.
Okay.
I see it.
Okay. I get you, ladies.
Yeah.
I get where y'all coming from. Y'all think she's doing too much?
She might be overthinking.
Overthinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear what Desi has to say.
Okay.
Well, I'm a little indifferent. I mean, granted, if she wants to compliment where her partner is looking for in bed, I think it's something to be open to. However, it's about her boundaries as well. Like, what are you comfortable with? You know, like, is that something you're open to now or maybe in the future? Or is this something that's going to cause a problem for the issue and possibly ruin your relationship?
Yes.
So I would say think about it, set the boundaries, and move forward from there.
Okay. Now, when it comes to the threesomes, I mean, I feel like it depends on the woman, like you said. It depends if that woman is even open to exploring with women, or has she ever explored with women? Because if I know my man has never explored with men, why would I ask him for a threesome with another man? I'm just saying it could come off as disrespectful. It can come off as rude and intrusive. Okay. Also, I feel like it depends on the man as well, because you have some men that may just want to live out a fantasy, or you have some men that just want to freak you out, and you have some men that aren't even catering to you in the bed, but want to add someone else in that.
So everybody is unsatisfied. So it's like all of us.
It's like my thing is, if you're gonna ask me for a threesome, make sure I am satisfied.
I see what
first.
you.
Am I
know
even
that's right.
satisfied?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Let's talk about what
Am
we.
I?
Let's talk about the two.
But you can't have
Let's talk about the
Exactly.
twosome. Let's talk about the two
Let's
first.
talk about the twosome first.
Let's do the twosome.
Yes.
Then.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So I think the men need to first start with knowing that their woman is being satisfied first. And not just in the bedroom, but in the relationship as well. Because a lot of times when that question comes up, it's like, I was just mad at you the other day for not answering your phone at 10:30 p.m. And you're asking me for a threesome right now today. Please let me know when is the appropriate time to even ask for a threesome. When do you guys think is the right time? His birthday? Valentine's Day? Or no day?
I'm thinking it would have to be a special occasion. I'm not saying have a threesome every day, every weekend, but something special. Like, all right, let's spice up our relationship. I think it makes sense if you're 4 or 5 years into the relationship and you're trying to spice things up. That's my little boundary. I'm not gonna have no threesome the first month in the relationship.
Okay.
Just because I feel like that sets a certain tone for the relationship.
So a good 5 years, then we can start talking about
That's how I feel.
adding on.
So on the 5th anniversary, you'd be like, "Happy anniversary, babe. What you want?
What's your tag?
Where she at? Bring her.
Do you guys think that's too long to wait? Because your man may feel like 5 years.
I like having those conversations up front. Like in the process of getting to know someone within the first week, first couple of months, I like to have that adult conversation of what's your fantasies? What's your kinks? Do you have any, you know, like, are you a nympho? What are your boundaries? What are you into? And if I'm with someone who's like, you know, more expanded in that area, then we're going to have different conversations than I'm going to have with someone who's more like butter and
Reserved.
basic.
Yeah.
Reserved. So,
Not basic.
She said,
I mean, you know.
and meant that.
You know, the regular degular.
Yeah,
not
the
necessarily
vanilla,
basic.
yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause,
Mhm.
you know, some people are not into the fetishes, the kinks, the exploring, you know,
And things like that.
adventure.
The adventure.
Adventure.
That's what she call it.
Yeah.
How long do you think you should be in a relationship before the question is brought up? She said 5 years. She said in the beginning.
I said before what? Before a man asks a woman for a
conversation, yeah.
threesome, or for the conversation about threesomes?
Before the man asks for one.
I think you can ask anytime. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Ask when you want to ask. I don't think people are realistic about what a threesome really is.
Okay.
It's not just we having sex, like me, him, and her. It's like there's a new woman coming. Okay, so any insecurities that the main woman has, she has to be very comfortable in herself. She got to be real secure. And then
And secure in the
can I
relationship
say
as
new?
well.
Can I say
No, say it.
new pocketbook
Yeah.
is always more exciting.
Always.
So let's just say that he stroking her better than you, and it's like you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready for before and the after. So the fun part is right. Okay, we doing it. Everybody. Okay, everybody here. Everybody out. And then after that, when she leaves, right? Then you got to trust him because at this point you have to trust your man to say, don't contact. You know that because people think that they can control people. Don't contact her without me. You know that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So you have to be ready for the whole thing. I don't think people are ready for the whole for the whole thing of what a threesome entails.
Yes.
You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
think men are also ready either.
That's fair.
Because I have heard stories where men have gotten a little, a little jealous.
Yeah.
Because they see the two women
Having fun.
doing the do.
I ain't never seen that before.
And he, standing off to the side.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a little X'd out. And, so I think men also have to wrap their mind around a threesome isn't always worshiping you, sir.
Yeah.
It's not always male-centered. It could also be female-centered, and you also have to be ready to possibly lose your girl to a girl. I've seen it. I've seen a man actually lose his girl to a girl. So men, are you capable to actually have a threesome?
The whole,
But that's a good you were saying that you have to like satisfy your partner first before even stepping the third person in there, correct?
I concur. I concur.
It's dangerous anytime you bring a third person into your relationship on any level. You understand?
Okay.
Other than a therapist. Yeah. But bringing, because we need it. Okay.
Yes.
But like bringing another person, it's a big deal because all of your secrets are exposed. Just think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about we look at couples and you be like, oh, I bet you they be getting it in. You know what I'm saying?
You see them and
you like, yeah. And you're like, oh.
This is what y'all be doing.
Like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be, I just think people need to be more self-aware before they make these type of decisions.
Correct.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, is a threesome just female, female, male, or is it male, male, female as well? Or is that considered a train? Because that conversation has been around that if it's two men, it's not a threesome, it's a train.
In my mind, I take it as threesome, three people. That's just my thought process. Threesome, three people.
Okay.
I prefer women. That's me.
What?
Personally, but I think it's like a double standard. You can't say it's a train, like, but the thing is most men don't fuck with other men. They don't want to see another guy dicking your lady down. Like they're uncomfortable with that. So I feel like we're just used to women on women and I don't know.
Okay, you're down for traditional.
Yes.
Two men, one woman. If the two men never interact with each other, it's a train. If the two men, if everybody, because a threesome is all three of us.
Yeah.
It's not. So if, let's say, he get her first and then he gets her, that's a train. But if all three of it's like a triangle, everybody like
interacting,
all of us, that's a threesome. That's my opinion. And I'll stand on that. That's my opinion, yeah.
So my final question to you ladies is, would you allow a threesome in your relationship with the person that you love? You've been together for 2 years now. The question has come up. You guys are in love. You want to get married and have a child and the house, the home, and the picket fence. Would you do the three?
Yes.
She's smiling. She said yes. For sure?
I will.
No hesitation.
No hesitation.
Her
Okay.
yes, for real.
That was a real
That was a yes.
That was a secure
That was a yes.
Yes.
And a nod, in case you didn't
I'm
understand.
a free spirit.
Was it your idea to begin with?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm a Leo, he a Scorpio. So we're very fiery. So I do feel like we would spice it up. And I'm okay with that. So,
Amen.
hey.
Okay, she said yes. She gave me a smile. What was that?
I'm going to smile off of that because I'm going to say no, only because it's me tapping into my you for me. And I don't want to share that good stuff with somebody else.
Amen.
That's just why I smile, because I'm just like, damn, you kind of crazy, but that do sound like something, you know?
That I can understand. It's like if it's probably average sex or average size, is like, okay. I'm just saying, like, I'm saying because I don't care. I don't care about this.
Your dick small. It's okay. It's okay. Your dick small.
Also, at the same time, it's like you're probably never gonna be my man if it's average intercourse and average size. But I'm just saying, like, if it's just a plate of food that I don't really care about, it's like, yeah, y'all can eat this. I don't care. But if it's my favorite thing in the whole wide world, I'm sorry, I don't have the mental capabilities to share.
Yeah.
I don't, because somebody's going to get bammed up across their head. and it's not gonna be me.
You understand?
What was your answer?
No, no, thank you. Just go ahead and cheat on me and leave me alone.
She said cheat on
Seriously,
Yeah, just go
don't-
ahead and cheat. Leave me alone.
What do you want me to be a part of that?
I don't want to see
But
it.
what if you find him cheating? Like,
How will I find
are
it?
you breaking out?
How will I find it?
Through a text? Through a
I don't
phone?
go through phones.
No phones?
No.
Okay, what if the girl
We're not going through phones.
knocking on the door?
That's different.
Yeah. Now she's not staying in her lane.
Talking about I'm pregnant or something.
That's different.
Okay, plan B. Why you didn't make her plan B or
No,
abort?
why she know what we? No, that's totally different.
Yes.
Because cheating has its that's a whole nother conversation.
Okay,
but
okay.
You can cheat
It
with
is-
respect.
Come to my door if you
agree
want to.
that.
Okay.
come to my door if you want to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there we have it. We got 2 yeses and 2 hell no's.
Right.
We are not doing that, Katrina. Please figure it out. Do some soul searching. The first thing that you need to know is, are you down to do it? Is it even a boundary that you're willing to cross? Also, are you secure within yourself? Are you secure within your relationship? If not, then another conversation needs to be had. I am open to doing it, but we have to address this, and this first. You have to call me more, cater to me more, love me more, and then we can make a reward system. If he's not open to that, I would say do not open your relationship up to threesomes. But if you down for it, so be it. You only live once.
Okay.
All right. Topic number 2. Now, in the comments, the gentlemen, they are in an uproar. They feel like the opinions from us is because we are raised by single moms, single dads, basically a single parent household. I don't know why they feel that way, but they do. So I wanted to ask you ladies, just in general, do you feel that being raised by a single mom affects the way women view relationships and the way they respect men?
I think it's a choice. I was brought up by a single parent. I think I honor, love, and respect. Like, especially if you're my man, I will cater to you. If you make me feel safe, supportive, and you meet all of my needs, I don't feel like ego steps into that way, or just, I cater to my man. I
Yes.
feel like it's a choice.
Okay, so debunked. We debunked you right there. Here we go, the 2 ladies on the side. Do you feel like being raised by a single mom negatively impacts the way you look at relationships or you respect men?
I can only take a broad approach to this because I wasn't raised by a single mom at all. I mean, but I will say this. I will say it depends. A little girl looking at her mother, it depends on how she views her. And it depends on how her mother views men. So if she is raised by a woman who hates men, then she's going to, whoever's saying that she's going to perpetuate that attitude.
Correct.
Unless she challenges it by choice. And usually something has to happen to like maybe open her mind up so she can evolve. Okay, so yes. But because some single mothers aren't bitter. It just didn't work. You know what I mean? Like maybe they didn't. So those women, I don't think that they're going to be the ones that, the I hate men fan club. I think that it just depends on how men what did they see and what did they hear? And a lot of times women, women expose children to things that they can't handle and you don't realize it. You know what I mean? Like when we were kids, they thought that we weren't listening. We were always listening.
Always.
We heard
Always.
everything.
And we knew what you were talking about even when it was in code.
Okay. Okay. And
What
spelling-
Auntie did?
What
Stay in the child's place.
right.
Exactly.
But we knew how to be quiet. But we knew it and we heard it. And all of that goes into you. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna jump on it because I can't relate, but that's my general opinion.
Okay, I love that. And I was going to say that, but I want to hear from Desi first.
Yes.
What's your opinion?
So my opinion on that would be, I do feel like you should lead by example. So what you see and the examples that you're seeing day to day do play a part in how you navigate in life. However, I don't feel like your upbringing should determine your overall mindset about how you treat people and, how moving forward. Because you have 2-parent households where sometimes it's a lot of toxicity and, it's bad environment and people, young women like ourselves, we go into relationships seeing that as an example of, that's love, but at least they stay together. However, when you don't have 2 parents in a household, sometimes you see a mom who lets men in and out the house.
Right.
And for whatever reason, you start to think that's okay, letting men in and out your bed.
Right.
Or you could see your mom, you know, not dating another man after your dad or your father died and learn independency from that. So I feel like it varies. I do think it's important to have an example of a two household because I don't think, hypothetically, if I was a boy, I don't think my mom could teach me how to be a man.
Correct. I agree. So, I had my mom and my dad in my life. And sometimes you have some people that actually give women a hard time about that as well, because it's like, well, your dad spoiled you, so now you have daddy issues. You think a man is supposed to do this and do that. Well, I'm not your dad. Are you looking for that in your dad? So it's like, I feel like almost damned if you have two parents and damned if you don't. Because when you have this expectation of my dad did this for me and my dad did that for me, and that is what I'm also looking for in a man, it could be, well, I'm not your dad. I'm someone different. But also, I feel like as far as the single parent household is concerned, whether it's by just a father or a mother, it depends on the environment, because childhood and adolescence is what formulates who we are as an adult. It's our development, is where we learn, is where we absorb. So I think the environment itself is what influences our perspectives and our values on relationships, men and women alike. Like you said, if it's a woman that is not bitter and a woman that is about her business and, you know, have healthy relationships, then that child's coming up under her, whether it's a little boy or a little girl, will have healthy relationships, or is more prone to have
the likelihood,
because
every rule,
at the end of the day, you have your own, you have the power of choice as an adult.
Correct.
You know, also, if you are in a two-parent household, like you were saying, and there's hostility, there's abuse, there's disrespect, then you are more than likely going to feel a resentment probably towards men if you see your dad doing it to your mom or your mom doing it to your dad. Like,
and also normalizing it, you know, you're seeing it every day.
That's what,
this is your example of what a relationship and love is.
True.
So who's to tell you any different when that's what you see and that's what is normal to you, you know?
Correct. I certainly agree. So I did some research, and according to research, it says when you are raised by a woman, you are more in tune to the way women feel, whether you are a male or female. And when you are raised by a man, you are more in tune to the way the men think or act. So I think that's why it's, you know, important to have that yin and yang, but also just because you don't have the other parent in the household, it does not mean that they're present. And if they are not present, it does not mean that you cannot find that male influence somewhere else. It may be an uncle, it may be a basketball coach, it may be a neighbor. So when they speak about single parent households, it's always like, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about parenthood? Because that's where I feel like the foundation is, because you can have a single parent and be raised with values, morals, standards, learn good communication, and so on.
No,
I see you have something to say.
No, I don't. I'm agreeing with you.
Oh,
too.
you agree?
Yeah.
Like you was about to say.
No, true. Yeah,
True.
you hitting everything
I'm
I'm saying.
hitting it on the head.
Right.
Okay.
True. I agree with that.
Thank you. So that's what I was going to say. When it comes down to single parenthood, like you said, it does not always mean that the person is bitter. Maybe we just, you know, we parted ways, the relationship ended amicably.
Yes.
And you decided to go over there, I decided to go over here, but we co-parent well. So I don't think single parenthood is the reason for people being bitter. There's also life experiences. Some people are hurt.
Yes.
Some people were bullied growing up.
Yes.
Some people were the oddball out in their family, in their household. Like, it's so many different factors that goes into the way we view people, the way we view relationships, and the way we handle relationships. I don't think it's just all single parenthood.
Right.
How do y'all feel about that?
No, you're right. And I think sometimes people like to sometimes we have a tendency to want to blame. Because, maybe she was raised up in a single parent household, and you as a man, you don't like the way she is. But what part are you playing to that? Like, what is your contribution to her behavior? Is there something you're doing? Like, you know, we have to self-assess too. And that's the thing, period. In life, we should all self-assess. But before we go to saying, oh, you don't know how to treat a man because your mama never had a man. But what is she doing? Like, a lot of times women, we talk a lot, but sometimes we're not clear. So we'll show you and we'll say stuff, but they're not listening because we're talking in codes.
Or it's a long text and they're not reading all of that.
Listen.
And my text is going to be long.
Listen. now you listen to me. You hear what I say? Listen to me.
Paragraph
If you're
style.
texting long, you clearly only doing it because you want to get it off your chest. He is not reading it. He may skim. He may skim. And look, after that whole paragraph, that whole thesis,
You tripping.
he'll or nah, or wow.
I'm not reading all that.
What I learned about men are very simple.
Yeah.
They're very simple.
They ask not simple.
Questions get good answers. Simple questions get simple answers.
I think men are far more complex than we are. I think they just have, or they have been raised to hide their complex layers. They have been communicated in a simple term.
Sure.
They have this expectation of being simple. They're raised to be simple. So in turn, they grow up to be these simple beings. But I think through time, when we talk about men's health and how men feel in relationships and how they're being treated, I think we're starting to realize there's more layers to men
for sure.
than we ever really knew.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's just that they have been trained or molded to just have yes or no questions or yes or no answers.
Yeah.
Or even the way that they communicate. There's this book where it's called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. And it kind of taps into psychologically how we're wired to even think and operate and react differently. Women, we take things, we kind of analyze it and, pick it apart. And men is just like, this is what I have, what I'm going to do with it. So we're built genetically to operate differently. So, I agree. I don't play on the fact that because men are men, they're not humans.
Yeah.
I don't play on the fact that mentally, spiritually, financially, emotionally, they literally are looked at as they're not supposed to be human. But yeah.
You're right. I agree with all of those things. Men are socially conditioned, especially our men, to pretty much either do things to please the woman in their life, maybe their mom or whatever, do things to please, or just be invisible or stay out of trouble. And I think, in the condition of the world for us, for Black and brown men, men have to be very cautious. And the mothers may be raising them that way. And, sometimes, or you ask him a question and mama asks him a question and he doesn't want to make her mad. So he learns how to not say certain things. And so when we get him, right? By the time we get him, he can't be honest, because when he was 5, he told his mama how he felt, and then she went,
she blew up.
And now he's 50 and we like, what?
Exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So what do you have to say about it?
And which aspect? We went from parenthood to now the men.
Yes, the complexity of men. Are they complex or are they simple beings?
Very complex. I think we live in a world, especially being born and raised in Miami, I've seen a lot. Men have this pressure that they have to perform. They have to have a business. I have to be able to provide for my own family on top of my wife, future kids. So we think in the Miami way of thinking, men have to provide all the time, or they have to pay the bills, But when you really settle down with somebody, it's like, damn, you really hold a lot of weight over your shoulders, and we don't take consideration for the stuff that they have to go to day in and day out. So I think, they're not simple. They're just, I don't know, they deal with it different than women.
Yes. I think they're way more complex than us for some reason. You know why? Because, like you say, they're socially conditioned to behave a certain type of way.
Yeah.
I think the reason that I think women are more simple, because it's clear how we feel when we feel it, because we got that fluff in there.
Sis. I know you're not going to tell the people that we that simple. Now, come, sis. What?
I feel like women direct, though. We
No,
are
we are
direct.
not.
We are.
We're awful.
I'm direct.
You ate pizza this morning and it pissed me off because we have bagels instead. So why would you get pizza knowing that I want bagels?
And he's saying, what?
He's saying, didn't we eat?
No, that's what he's saying.
No.
What?
That's the response.
Yeah, what? And you but see, you don't understand because see, a bagel is not a pizza. And he like, wait, what? But that's simple, right?
That's
no,
simple.
No, sis, it's
That's
not simple.
simple.
It's
That's
a little,
simple.
no, women, we're annoying. We are very annoying.
Yes,
We're
we
annoying.
are, and sometimes out of our control. You know, we have this thing called a menstrual cycle,
That
and it's so
part.
crazy
The
because
emotional.
Hormones
when
are
certain
evil.
times of the month comes, I can't even correlate my brain with my body to behave and show up the way I need to because I'm so out of control.
We have this thing called ovulation.
Yes,
We wildin'.
Okay, we getting all the way off topic. We getting all the way off topic. They really don't understand like the monthly struggle of being a woman. Yeah, it's like
they don't get it.
Pull up a board.
Yeah, because you're talking about before. That's before the 5 days. We got the pre. We got the.
I don't even know myself during that time. I'm gonna expect a man to know me during that time.
Yes.
We all
so
messed
listen, to wrap up the topic, and we all here have touched on it, I do not believe being raised by a single mom negatively impacts a woman's view on relationships or respecting men. I believe that it is based on her environment, what she is seeing, and what she is absorbing. If the household is toxic, if there is violence, if there's bitterness, if there's unhealthy patterns, communication, then yes, more than likely she is going to take on those unhealthy things. And it's not just going to be against men. It's going to be at work.
Right.
It's going to be at school.
Right.
It's going to be with her friendships. So even with herself. So single mothers, please do not feel the burden on your back or feel like the reason that marriages are declining or relationships are breaking up because of you. Now, if you are a bitter ass woman, then maybe perhaps. But go ahead and seek therapy and get to the root of those issues so we can do better in life.
Yes.
Okay, y'all ready for the next topic?
Yes.
All right, last but not least, I keep hearing this word. I keep hearing it, and I hear it on Twitter. I see it on Instagram. I hear it in the spaces. And I just want us to discuss it right here today.
Okay.
What does dating with intent mean? Because everybody keep on saying, well, you know, the thing is, I date with intent. What does that mean from your perspective to date with intent? Have you heard this term, and what does it mean to you?
Yes.
Okay.
And I am guilty of throwing it around.
Why? Please do tell.
Okay, so for me and my perspective of what dating with intent means, or in general, having intentional relationships, whether it's a companionship or not, is getting to know you with the expectations of this is not just for a good time, it's for a long time. You know, we meet people, we have different categories of where we stand with people, whether it's associations or friendships, relationships, whatever the case may be, business relationships. If I meet someone and I like you enough to spend time with you, invest my time, my money, you know, my focus, I'm hoping to have you in my life for a while, not just for a couple of weeks because I enjoy your company and because you make me laugh. That means longevity. I want this to grow into something where, you know,
Okay.
this connection is something that could be longevity.
I can understand that. So knowing what you want and knowing where you want to put those people in those categories. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that I can accept. I like that. Because you almost made me mad.
Don't do that because you look at this. We in Miami, right? I feel like it's every day we meet people and it's all about right here, right now, and tomorrow it's going to be somebody different.
Yeah.
However, when you meet someone who value you and look at you in a light of being different and something that needs to be taken care of, it's like it's not looking at you as if let's go get a drink and you know,
and that's it. Yeah.
So attention, being intentional is, you know, expectations, you know, genuineness, loyalty, you know, dedication.
All of that.
Different for come on, checklist.
Love it.
You gotta know what you want.
Yes.
Gotta know what you want.
You know, stand for something or fall for anything.
That's what he said.
I'm
And
intentional.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, girl, you get a check for intention. You almost got a detention check. Okay, there we go. Ladies, how do you guys feel about dating with intention? Have you heard it before? Do you use the term? And what does it mean to you?
I think everybody goes through different phases in life. I feel like when you're in your early 20s, you just want to have a good time. You want to mingle. Now that I'm stemming into my 30s and after losing my mom, I became super intentional with every relationship I've encountered. And when I started dating now, after I lose my mom, I feel like all I want is peace.
Okay.
When I want a relationship, I don't need the drama. I don't need like or cheating or the player or you know how Miami men are.
Uncertainty, inconsistency.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can't do that anymore. It's not right. It doesn't feel right for my soul. But I do feel like every woman has a different phase in their life.
Yeah.
And if you are trying to be intentional, what she was saying is like, are you bringing me peace? Are you being attentive? I think attentive is a big thing. Are you being consistent? Are you taking me out on dates? Are you making it a point that you want to date me and you're interested in me? It's just not a one night off.
Yeah.
So I think being intentional is super important, especially if you want to have longevity in relationships.
Okay.
So
we got
Good.
2 and 10,
That was
guys.
good. That was really good.
Love it.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes. I don't have an opinion. Whatever. Like,
You know what they say, but you don't have it.
whatever. You know, I don't know. Do what you want to do. I don't know.
Question: what phase in life are you in? When
I'm
it
in the
comes to dating?
AJ phase, period.
You in your own
All
like,
about
in
you
your
and
own
you.
Yeah, leave me
aura.
alone. No, I'm just playing. Part of me is playing and a part of me is serious. But I agree. Basically, know what you want. I think that's perfect. Know what you want. Intention. I just think everybody's so deep lately. I think that's why it annoys you when you keep hearing it.
Yes,
Like, just
like
that is true.
yes. Okay. I'm happy that you said that because I understand dating with intent. I'm sorry, y'all. My producer just made me laugh. Why would you do that? Okay, back to what I was saying. Okay, so I can understand dating with intent because it's like, okay, I know what I want. I know what I'm looking for. You don't have what I'm looking for, so you get put in the friend zone.
Yeah,
or
that
you
happens.
put in the cousin zone, or you get put in the some people get put in the cousin zone. Like you are a cousin.
that's never.
We will never hug your kid.
That's the never.
Never.
Yeah,
Never.
we're not even
ever.
friends.
Hips too wide, your hips don't lie, and that's a problem. What I'm gonna say is, yeah, some men are like they come from their mama, and I don't like it. But back to the topic.
Wait, no, that was funny.
Dating with intent is important, especially when you know what you want and you know what you're looking for.
Yes.
But when people keep saying it, it's like, okay, when I meet someone, I don't want to talk about marriage with you on my first date. I know that you're dating with intent, but I don't even know if I want to see you after this date. So let's get to know each other. Now, if we happen to talk about that and it's like a natural flowing conversation, I don't have a problem having that discussion. Like, listen, okay, so what you looking for? Listen, I'm looking for a husband at the end of this. Like, what are you looking for or whatever? I don't mind that. But when it's interview style, sometimes I feel like it's unnatural when it's just like, it's kind of like speed dating. Yeah. What's your credit score? Did you have 2 parents? What's your race? What's your ethnicity? Do you have sickle cell in your family? it's like, it can be a little bit. Yeah. Like it can be intrusive. It can be invasive because we're not there. I know that you're dating with intent, but what happened to that natural bond? What happened
Social media.
Friendship is important.
Social media happened.
I agree. Let it flow. But also, for the intentional girls, let's make sure we're doing our self-work. Self-work.
Yes.
You know, we have to know ourselves because there are some things that we need to change or we need to address. I'm talking to Ajay right now. Prior to getting to that intentional, this is what you know what I'm saying? Because what happens is we get so used to looking at him. You know, what does he have? And what does he bring? And what does he this? And then you forgot that, you know, you got a bad temper. And that last time, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got a tendency to say things that are disrespectful. So we have to, if you're dating with intent, you're right. It is annoying. It's even annoying saying
like,
you're right. But yeah, make sure we do the self-work.
Self-work.
Yeah, self-work is important.
Make sure we do self-work first. Yeah.
We talk about men dating in their lane.
Right.
But women, you're saying that you want a man that makes 6 figures. You want a man that has this, that, and the third. But it's like, do you have that?
But what you got going on? Yeah.
Wait, do you have a job, little mama?
Okay, I see what you did there.
Do you have a car,
Right.
little mama? Are you stable? Do you know how to prioritize? Like you said, the temper is your temper.
Samuels.
is in order. And it's not even to belittle the women. It's just so we can all do
Let's
better.
just be real.
You want better, you have to do better for yourself, because there's no way I can say that I want a man that drive a Bentley and I don't have a car myself. Right. That's all I'm saying. What? Because vice versa for a man. I don't want a man pursuing me and you don't have a vehicle. Like, what do you mean that you at the trial?
I got a quick question. Have you guys cracked the code of, you know how they say you are what you attract, right? And you do all this self-work, you know, you take care of your body, you work out, you start eating right, you tap into your financials, you fix your credit score, you pay off your debt, you stop, you know, spending endlessly, you sacrifice, you know. In that time where you're becoming your best self, as we're discussing right now, why is it that you guys find that people that you know isn't halfway into that evolution and evolving themselves still try to gravitate to you, you know? Like when you say, you know, meet your match. Well, you're doing all this self-work, becoming a better person, but why is it you're getting people from the bottom of your growth?
You know why?
No shading. You know what I mean?
I'm happy that
but
you
as a
said
young woman, I'm noticing that, you know, I'm intentional. I don't play about my mental, physical, financial, spiritual, emotional. And when I'm getting myself to be my best self, I'm wondering, why am I not only gravitating the type of men that I like, but the type of men I would never consider?
Okay. So I'm happy that you said that. And I'm happy that you spoke on it, and also the things that you mentioned. It's deeper than just that simple checkoff list, like having a car, having a house, buying my groceries on Sunday, meal prepping, going to the gym. It's deeper than that. It's that spiritual, it's that energy, it's that mental, it's your thought process. As you're elevating and evolving, those things will also begin to change as well. Your environment will soon change. I'm sure wherever I'm clubbing at right now today in 2024, as I evolve more in 2026, I'm not gonna wanna go there anymore. So I'm not gonna see those same men there. I'm not gonna see those same women there. So those women are not gonna be my friends anymore. Or they may be my friends if they're still evolving, or they just may be my party friends. Or those men, they may still be there, but I'm not around them to hang out with them. The men that I meet at the gym, or the men that I meet at church or a conference, those are gonna be more like-minded people that you will then gravitate, you will radiate an aura, your energy will change, and then you will then, I feel like, attract the right people. Because there's no, and to be honest, if you attract the wrong person, that's probably an opportunity for you to help guide them or mentor them or help them evolve. Like, you're coming towards me, but you can't be my man, but you can be my cousin.
Right.
And I can tell you where you can go to get your credit fixed and look for a better bicycle and an air pump to fill that up. But you're not my man.
You're going to waste that man's time.
I'm going to waste it.
I think having higher vibrations do gravitate more people to you, no matter where they are
in life.
That makes sense.
It does. But I just want to just add something to what you're saying. You know, we've been here all day. All day. I agree. But some of the things that you listed, though, are things that you're doing for yourself. Not necessarily to attract something, but it's also very surface stuff. So when we talk about, we have to go inside of ourselves and think about, like, what are our true beliefs? Like, do you have, you doing all this and you saying to yourself, I don't know why I'm doing this. Who am I meet? You know what I'm saying? If that's how you believe, that's what you're attracting. So sometimes we can pay attention to what we're attracting to see where we are. Maybe we need a little bit more work. That's what I'm saying. So maybe you need to tap into, where did those beliefs come from? Those limiting self-beliefs. Where did it come from? And then challenge it. And then maybe you'll see a change. But don't stop doing the work, though.
Correct. Also, I think you should ask the guy that you didn't like. Well, not you. I'm just saying to the women out there. If it's a guy that you don't like and you wondering, why the hell is this man talking to me? I think it's important to, what was it that drawn you to me?
I swear I'm going to start asking.
Because if it's the hair,
you going to change it?
Cut it. Was it the braces or if it out? Was it the nails make them longer? I need to change whatever it is that attracted you to me. And we are about to wrap up. But what I want to say in regards to dating with intention, it is important. All of the ladies have tapped on very important things here. You need to first intentionally know who you are and work on yourself first. And then you can focus on what you want, what you're looking for, how to identify those white flags, those green flags, and those red flags. I do not have any words for y'all today because we have been talking so much. I hope you found a quote somewhere in the show. I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to Be the Model. Follow Kicking It with Key, Girl Talk, and Boss Lady Key on Instagram. Love y'all and see y'all later. Bye.
That was good.